initially, I hadn't heard much about the character of Groot. And Marvel had sent over a book of conceptual art and said, we have this really, really interesting and great idea, and we want you to take a look at it. And they sent over the book of conceptual art, a big book. And I am coming home after being at the office, and I go to see my kids, and I open up the book to the double truck image, and I say to the kids, what character do you think they want Daddy to play? And I expected, the cool gun character or the big muscle character. They chose the tree. They immediately pointed at the tree. And I thought there was something interesting about that. I thought that this character has the potential to touch people in a way, to reach people in a way that none of the other characters I've ever played before have. I'm lucky because there is such a great ensemble cast. The actors in the movie, the acting in the movie, the portrayal of characters is so fun that it was kind of, in some ways easy for me to play off of what I was watching on screen. I had the luxury of being able to see their performances and reactions, and I was able to either answer their performance or set up their performance. And really interesting experience. It's a really interesting experience, and I'm really kind of so grateful that so many minds, so many great creative minds came together to work on a character. I've always fantasized about learning every single language in the world and bringing the intonations and nuances to each territory, to every theater in the world. That's our fantasy, right? If you're going to go and see a movie that I've made in any theater, you will feel what I hope to bring to that experience. We have people, language coaches from all over the world that have been in the booth via phone, satelliting from Russia, from China, from Brazil, from France, from Mexico, and they're all kind of listening to every single take, and they're hearing how precious we are about every single take. And there's a certain process because you want to learn the correct way to pronunciate something, the correct way to pronounce in whatever language, I am Groot or whatever, and then you want to kind of dirty it up without losing the translation. So you want to kind of, there's the second part of it. Once you know how to say it, how do you beat up the line to allow the line to accommodate each specific scene? The character feels like it's filled with promise and mystery, and it feels like there's something. It feels like the audience is going to be with Groot for a long time, because just his presence promises some kind of wisdom that if we stick around, we'll get. When you're watching the movie, you see the expertise of Marvel. And at the same time, you feel like you're on this explorer's vessel going into new territory.